code is opaque, so students often draw diagrams to visualize it. If I gave you a piece of code like this, the first thing you're probably going to do is to try to draw a picture of what that code looks like when it's run. And it turns out students draw this all the time on paper. So you see all pieces of paper all around the computer lab, as well as whiteboards. In order to facilitate this process, I've created a tool called the Python Tutor that helps students visualize what their code is doing and build proper mental model. You can write code in Python and also in a lot of other languages now. And as you write code on this website, this is from my example from the previous slide, you can hit visualize execution to run your code, and you're brought to this visualization where you can step forward and also backwards, and you can see on the right side a diagram that builds up that shows what's going on at each step of execution when you're running your code. The design of this tool is trying to emulate an expert walking through code execution step by step. Safe estimate is around 3.5 million total users. And what excites me more than just sheer number of users is the diversity of the user base around the world. So this map shows that Python Tutor has been used pretty much in every country around the world, over 180 countries. And moreover, 60% of the users are over 25 years old. So they're what's called adult learners, and 16%, 1/6, are over 55 years old. Now let's go back to the computer lab for inspiration. Students put themselves on a help queue in order to get help. So this is a Blackboard that we used back when I was in college. And the question here is, how can we scale up this experience? There are about 50 to 100 Python Tutor users online at the same time. So any of these people could serve as a helper because they're all on the same site at the same time. So this is the requesting public help feature. Once again, you can write code just like before. And in addition to the Start Private Chat button, now there's a Get Live Help button. So when you click that button, you add yourself to a public help queue. So this is Del Mar, California. This is where I live. So I added myself to a queue. Now, anybody who visits the Python Tutor site from around the world, they don't have to know who you are. They look on the queue and they can find all the people on the queue at a given time, and they can click to join anybody's session who's on the queue. So here, this other person join my session, and now we are in a chat session, and I can actually close the door to get myself off the queue so that I'm no longer asking for help. And now we can once again visualize code together and see each other's mouse cursors and then chat. This system has connected people from all around the world. This shows two places connected if there were people from those locations who were connected together, and this shows that people from over 107 countries have collectively held over 3,100 international sessions at cross-country borders. I have one soapbox slide. My computer's not really on a soapbox, it's more on a filing cabinet box. This is December 2009. This is me in graduate school, and this was the environment from which the Python Tutor project was born almost a decade ago. It was just myself hacking away on this project that wasn't really at all related to what I did in grad school, but I had this really strong sense that being able to do interactive visualizations online would just be very beneficial. And I'm really, really proud of the fact that over the past decade, this project has grown to serve millions of users around the world. And this is a single developer open source project with this many users. There's not that many projects of that sort of scale that's been developed by a single developer. Currently, I have research grants from traditional funding agencies for scientific research to fund my research groups. But the issue is that these grants do not directly fund the development of open source educational software such as the Python Tutor. And I think that looking forward, we really need to think about more flexible sources of funding to sustain and scale Python Tutor in the coming decade and beyond.